The video of Ahmaud Arbery's shotgun death was a shocking piece of evidence that suddenly brought the black man's killing into the national consciousness, but the murder convictions of the 3 white men who chased him may have been secured as much by their own words to investigators the day of the shooting. Statements like that allowed prosecutors to give context to the short video that didn't show the entire shooting and had little of the 5 minutes that the men chased Arbery. It's those statements that screwed the defense more than the video. If they had never talked to police and they said we saw him taking something from the property and running, there's an okay shot the jury might have acquitted them, said appellate attorney Andrew Fleischman, who followed the trial from Atlanta. The shooter, Travis McMichael, his dad, Greg McMichael, and neighbor William "Roddy" Bryan all spoke extensively and candidly with Glynn County investigators just hours after Arbery was killed in their Brunswick, Georgia, neighborhood in February 2020. They told police they weren't sure exactly what Arbery had done wrong, which would later be a big blow to their defense that they were making a citizen's arrest.
The citizen's arrest law, largely repealed by lawmakers after Arbery's death, required a person to see or have immediate knowledge of a crime being committed or have reasonable suspicion that someone is fleeing a felony in order to justify a citizen's arrest. I don't think the guy has actually stolen anything out of there, or if he did, it was early in the process. But he keeps going back over and over again to this damn house, Greg McMichael said, according to a transcript of the interview that Glynn County Police Sergeant Rob Erickner read in court. Bryan was on his front porch when he saw Arbery run past with the McMichaels' truck close behind. He told police he didn't recognize any of them or know what prompted the chase, but still joined in after calling out, "We all got him." In an interview with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, Bryan said he wanted to take a photo of Arbery to show police, but couldn't point to any crimes Arbery had committed. "I figured he had done something wrong," Bryan said. "I didn't know for sure." The statements allowed prosecutor Linda Junikoska to methodically pick apart the defense's arguments. Nobody was talking about a citizen's arrest. And I don't mean using the magic word citizen's arrest. I mean no one's saying, "We saw the guy commit a burglary and we were going to hold on to him so we could turn him over to police because he committed this crime," Atlanta defense attorney Paige Pate said. That left the attorneys for the men to struggle to explain away their statements. The evidence suggests that Roddy Bryan legitimately struggles to find the right words. Bryan's lawyer, Kevin Goff, told jurors in his closing argument Monday. Travis McMichael, testifying in his own defense, said he was in shock when he first spoke to police, calling the shooting the most traumatic event of his life. "You only have a handful of defenses to deal with what is basically a confession," Pate said. Greg McMichael was a former investigator in the Glynn County District Attorney's Office and may have felt like he could navigate trouble among his acquaintances and friends. It worked for a while. The men were charged for more than 2 months, only after the video of the shooting surfaced and the case was turned over to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. State agents charged the men 2 days later. "This is just a case of a client who talked himself out of trouble and those statements later turned out to put him back into it," Fleischman said. Phone records show Greg McMichael called his former boss, District Attorney Jackie Johnson, just after the shooting. Johnson handed off the case to an out-of-town prosecutor, who cited the citizen's arrest law in recommending no charges. A third prosecutor was reviewing the case when the video surfaced and handed it off to the state. Johnson was indicted on a felony charge of violating her oath of office and a misdemeanor count of obstructing police for her role in the investigation. Authorities have released little information on Johnson's actions other than to say she never disclosed that she asked the second prosecutor to advise police in the immediate aftermath of Arbery's killing.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe